Okay.
Welcome to the Raleigh Board of Selectmen meeting for Monday, December 18th, 2017, at 7 p.m. at the Town Hall on Main Street in Raleigh. I call the meeting to order. The first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being video and audio recorded and televised live on Raleigh Community Media. We will have public comment from 7:05 to 7:10. At 7:15, we have an appointment with Sylvia Wood to discuss Friends of the Raleigh Council on Aging request. At 7:30, we have an appointment with to discuss the licenses. We have old business, new business, and license renewals. So we'll go right into old business. We have an update on the Pine Grove School project. The OPM, the owner's project manager, provided the building committee with a list of pre-qualified subcontractors. The list is attached. Bids for the windows are due this Thursday at 2:30 p.m. and we will be opening them upstairs at 3 o'clock approximately. Attached is the project schedule, which shows that the 90% documents will be submitted to the MSBA within the next few days. The OPM informed Debbie and Joe that the project architect, Doran Whittier, sent them a request for approval for additional services for furniture, fixtures, and equipment, and technology. Debbie and Joe feel that this work is part of the contract. Town Council Tom Mullen agrees and has drafted the attached letter for the board to review tonight. If the board is in agreement, we will need to vote to authorize Tom Mullen to send his letter to Doran Whittier. So first off, I would like to do the pre-qualified subcontractors. We had about 14 different areas where we had went through the vendor submissions. If you look through the listing, you'll see that it's all broken down to metal windows, acoustical tile, and so forth. If you see any red blocks to the left, it means that that vendor did not qualify. And there should be some notes in to give you an idea of why that vendor was disqualified. For the most part, we had very few disqualifications. I think there's 2, 4, 5,
8.
6, 7, 8. We had 115 that took the packages or asked for the packages. 95 submitted the packages, and of the 95, there were only 8 who were disqualified, and so we have 87 who have been qualified to bid on the project. In the bids, the documents will be going out in February for the April 16th start of the project. So I'd like a motion to approve the list of vendors that have been qualified.
Give me that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the pre-qualification mass vendors. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Who picks the vendors? Is that the contractor?
The bids will be coming in here, and we're going to do the windows.
The windows are due Thursday at 2:30.
Thursday.
So we'll have it'll be a
We're going to open them upstairs, and then they
No,
will.
we won't need to, because it's only one trade.
Oh.
When you have multiple sub-trades, you'll need.
Okay.
When we do the next round, we have about all of these on the list.
Right.
We can do that upstairs. But I think we should be fine in this room, and they'll be publicly open and read at that time.
Was this
So
like
this
we,
is a construction manager
So-
risk method of procurement, so it's somewhat different than a
Than what we did for the-
Chapter 149.
it's different than what we did with the police and fire,
That's
in
right.
other words? Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
But all of the bids will be submitted in open here.
Okay, so are you required to take the low bidder, or
Uh,
they required?
Pretty much, unless there is a,
Well, they have to meet that test, and which is
Right.
usually the most responsive and responsible, and you have to, not necessarily if there's something that comes up in that bid proposal that
Right, okay,
is inaccurate or not complete.
sure, all right, no, that's fine, thank you.
you might want to take a look, if you will, at the scheduling that's attached on the phases. They are going to be working in 5 different phases at the school, and it's going to be quite a project. It'll take about a year and a half, and it'll take about 2 years for everything to be finalized. So a lot of work to be done. Okay, now, we have the letter for the second part. Is also in the package. It is from the law offices of Thomas A. Mullen. It's to John Richardson, Project Manager, Durham Whittier Architects, Inc., 260 Merrimack Street, Building 7, Newburyport, Mass. Regarding the additional service request to the town of Raleigh. Dear Mr. Richardson, I am writing on behalf of my client, the town of Raleigh, the town concerning additional service request number 11, dated November 22nd, 2017, by Durham Whittier Architects, Inc., D&W, with respect to the Pine Grove School project. That request sought a total of $138,650, including $93,000 for Durham Whittier for furniture, fixtures, and equipment, FF&E, procurement consulting services, and $45,000 for Advanced Technology Design Group, Advanced, for technology equipment procurement consulting services. For the reasons set forth below, the town respectfully rejects the request on the ground that the work covered by it constitutes basic services required to be performed by Durham Whittier directly or through its subcontractors for the original contract price. As you know, the town issued a request for designer services with respect to the renovation of the Pine Grove School dated August 3rd, 2016, the RFS, to which D&W responded. The town and D&W entered into a contract for designer services dated September 27th, 2016, incorporating the RFS as Attachment B, which contemplated work during the feasibility study and schematic design phases of the project, the contract. The parties amended the contract on December 21st, 2016, to authorize D&W to perform services in the design, development, construction, and final completion phases, and to set the fee for basic services during the feasibility study and schematic design phases. On June 19th, 2017, they entered into a so-called bridge agreement that incorporated certain standard provisions promulgated by the Massachusetts School Building Authority, the MSBA, for projects involving a construction manager at risk, in which, at D&W's insistence, guaranteed payment for D&W at a time when it was not certain that the town would receive MSBA funding. On October 2nd, 2017, the parties executed a further amendment of the contract setting the fee for basic services during the design, development, construction document bidding. Construction and completion phases. Total fee for basic services for all phases comes to $3,462,771. The contract obligates D&W to perform all of the basic services. See contract at page 1. The RFS, which again was incorporated into and physically attached to the contract, contains a list of basic services, including 10, data/communications, 20, technology consultant/audiovisual consultant, and 25, furniture, fixtures, and equipment consultant. See RFS at page 6. Above that list, the RFS provides all of the services listed are considered basic services. ID in the contract, D&W identified Advance as its sub-consultant for data/communications and technology consultant/audiovisual consultant, and represented that D&W would be performing the FF&E consulting through its own in-house personnel. See contract at page 2. It is impossible to read the contract and its attachments without concluding that D&W agreed to perform FF&E consulting services itself and to hire Advance to furnish technology equipment consulting services as part of the basic services for which the town has agreed to pay almost $3.5 million. D&W additional service request number 11 mistakenly treats FF&E in technology equipment procurement as extra services under Article 8 of the contract, but the contract could not be clearer. There can be no overlap between basic services and extra services. Section 8.1.1 provides extra services are those services requested by the owner to be performed by the designer, but which are additional or extra to the services performed as basic services. Section 8.2 contains a list of 14 categories of services which may be treated as extra services. Nothing on the list relates to FF&E procurement or technology equipment procurement. With specific respect to D&W's request to charge the town for advance fee plus a 10% markup, the contract states that the designer shall not be entitled to compensation under this article for the services of sub-consultants hired to perform basic services under this contract. See contract section 9.3 at page 28. Without suggesting any inclination on the town's part to treat Advance's proposed services as extra services, I note that additional service request number 11 appears to overstate Advance's requested fee by $4,500. That is the sum attributed to equipment identification, part 1. But that phase of Advance's work is contemplated as part of basic services by additional service request number 11 itself. The first page of that request states that phase 1 of Advance's proposal is included in the base contract. On page 7 of Advance's proposal, the completion date for the equipment identification, part 1, is set at May 2017. Since this proposal is dated May 25th, 2017, presumably Advance was acknowledging work that it had wholly or substantially completed at the time the proposal was submitted to D&W. Thus, even if the town were to treat any of Advance's proposed services as extra services within the meaning of the contract, by its own terms, additional service request number 11 indicates that $4,500 of those services, together with D&W's 10% markup of $450, would have to be deducted from the proposed fee. Finally, I must share the town's frustration and disappointment with the timing of the additional service request number 11. D&W has had Advance's proposal since March 25th, 2017, yet the town was not requested to treat any of Advance's proposed work relating to technology procurement consulting or D&W's FF&E consulting as extra services under the contract until November 22nd, 2017. In the meantime, the town entered into the bridge agreement, taking upon itself all of the risk that the MSBA might have failed to approve the funding for the project, and agreed to a total fee for all basic services during all remaining phases of work. Had the town known that T&W plan to treat as extra services the FF&E and technology procurement consulting tasks that were plainly identified in the contract as basic services, the discussion concerning the bridge agreement might have been different, and the negotiation of the total fee surely would have been. For the reasons set forth above, my client must respectfully decline to approve additional service request number 11. The town expects that the full range of FF&E and technology procurement consulting work described in that request will be done as part of basic services under the contract. Kindly direct any further communication concerning this matter to me. Very truly yours, Thomas A. Mullen. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the letter.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the letter. Any discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor of the letter, of having Tom send the letter, signing the letter, and sending the letter, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. As we are a few minutes late, we'll go back to the agenda. $7:15. Our public comment period is closed. 7:15, we have an appointment, and I'm losing my, with Sylvia Wood to discuss Friends of the Raleigh Council on Aging request to place a collection receptacle at the Town Hall Annex for 2 to 4 weeks as part of a fundraiser for the Friends of the Council on Aging. To the Raleigh Selectmen, on behalf of the Friends of the Raleigh Council on Aging, we are asking permission to put a donation container as described on the accompanying information at 39 Central Street for the purpose of collecting leather accessories to be reimbursed by said company as a fundraising project for the Friends who help subsidize the Raleigh Council on Aging. Container would be dropped off and picked up by the company and would stay for 2 to 4 weeks, April to mid-May. The Salisbury Council on Aging has just this year engaged in the fundraiser and recommended it to us. I believe all the information you would need pertaining to the New Hampshire-based company is in the on the accompanying packet. Thank you for your consideration of this matter. Sylvia Elwood, President of the Friends of the Raleigh Council on Aging. Sylvia?
Hi, Joe. Thank you very much for letting me come. As I said, everything is in this information that I dropped off for you last week. There is a picture here of the container, and it would be approximately 5 feet by maybe 4.5 feet. They will bring it, they will maintain it, it will have signage on it, and then they will take it away at the end of the period that we have the fundraising project. Salisbury did earn $350 in a matter of 3 or 4 weeks by collecting shoes, sneakers, boots, pocketbooks, belts, leather accessories like that they were reimbursed for. So I think it would be a worthwhile project for her. We do help to fund various things pertaining to the Council on Aging, as you all know because you're there quite often. We do a few things for the van, we do the Christmas party, we do all the paper accessories and things that they need, just to mention a few. So it would be, Brianne thought, the best place facing Central Street in the furthest corner of the parking lot closest to where the Grange would be at that end. That it would not be in the way of any cars or anyone stumbling over it or anything. It would be visible from the street so they could still see it to drop it off, but it wouldn't really be in anyone's way. If you have an idea for a better location, we're up to comments, but that was what she thought would be the best place for it. And it would be approximately 2 to 4 weeks, end of March and into April that we would have it, when people are sort of cleaning out, getting rid of old boots and sneakers and things like that.
Good timing, yes.
And if you have any questions, it is, EcoSmith is based in New Boston, New Hampshire. It would prevent these things from being thrown away, so it would be ecologically beneficial. They do donate to scholarships. The things that they collect are then given to the needy, or if they're not wearable, they recycle them so that they can be made into something more useful.
Very good.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Sounds good.
Have a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the request.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the request. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your time. Thank you, girls.
I know the Friends do a great job for the council.
Well, we try.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Good night.
Good night.
I know.
Okay. Let's go back to old business. Number 2, we have the fire station. Update. The contract with Castagna Corporation is ready for the Board of Selectmen to sign. Castagna Corporation was the low bidder. It submitted a bid in the amount of $8,186,000. The board needs to vote to sign the contract. The board needs to sign 4 originals. The groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled for tomorrow, December 19th, 2017, at 11 a.m. at the construction site at 477 Haverhill Street. Full construction will get underway on January 2nd, 2018. That is so awesome. I'm so happy to be able to say that. Going to break ground. I have a motion.
I'll give you that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the contract and to sign the contract with Castagna Corporation. All those in favor say aye.
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 They're a Newburyport construction company, by the way.
It was funny to go by there this week and not see the trailers.
Yes. Oh, I see. Okay.
So, Mr. Chairman, there's one signatory on that, and that would be you.
Okay. Okay, I'll take that.
You can sign them later, please. Thank you.
Okay, going on to old business number 3. Update on the Raleigh Veterans Association liquor license application. We sent the updated articles of incorporation submitted by the Raleigh Veterans Association to the ABCC on December 4th, 2017. We have not yet heard back from the ABCC on this application for a change of manager and a change of beneficial ownership.
So, Mr. Chairman, that was just the update. Further on in the agenda is the renewal. So even though this is in quote pending status with the ABCC,
Right,
we still need to follow the process on the renewal.
okay,
And the sole member, Mr. Stephen Morris, is still the authorized individual. Change of manager, change of the board, still a pending. So that's the update. We have not gotten approval yet on the 2017 liquor license.
okay. We have a couple of more minutes. We'll go into new business. New business number 1, set the meeting schedule for the next 4 months, January, February, March, and April. I've looked through the dates. We do have a few holidays coming up. But, I've checked the dates.
Give you a motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve the schedule as printed. I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the schedule as printed. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We're all set for dates for January through April. New business number 2, discuss the replacement of flags at the September 11th Memorial in the Town Hall. To the Board of Selectmen from Amy Lyden regarding the flag at town's September 11th, 2001 memorial. The flag flown at the town's September 11th, 2001 memorial located at the intersection of Cross Street and Pleasant Street has been taken down since it was reported to us that it was tattered. The flag is available for inspection in the cabinet next to the Selectmen's folders. Chairman Perry would like the Selectmen to think about an approach to replacing this flag, as well as the flag that was recently taken down at Town Hall. This will be put on a future Selectmen's agenda for discussion. November 29th, 2017, to the Board of Selectmen from Amy Lyden regarding the flag at Town Hall. Mark Anderson from the Light Department stopped into the Selectmen's office yesterday. He had taken down the tattered flag from the pole at Town Hall. He offered to trim the trees around the flagpole so that another flag will not get caught on the branches and torn again. The flag is available for inspection in the cabinet next to the Selectmen's folders. Debbie and I think the flag needs to be replaced, and this will be put on a future Selectmen's agenda for discussion. So we will have that on a future.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I think we need to put a flag up. I mean, is this the future meeting you're talking about? I mean, to me, it's the flag needs to be replaced, and it should be up there. And I would think that the one for Town Hall, we pay for out of Town Hall maintenance expenses as part of the Town Hall. I mean, in the past, I used to go to New Hampshire, and a couple of times we bought them online. I'm not sure which accounts we took the money from.
Mr. Chairman, that comes out of Memorial Day and Veterans Day.
And the same thing with the flag at the, we used to replace the one on Town Hall and the one on the Common almost on an annual basis. They last about a year and they're done. I don't recall what we ever did with the September 11th flag, but it seemed to me that if we take those out of Selectmen's expense, that one out of Selectmen's expenses and the Town Hall one out of Town Hall expenses, and if it's a problem in the future, we include it in one of the budgets but I think we need flags.
Any other comment? Yep.
Yeah, there's, well, the material, if it's a cotton material, it just takes a beating.
It does.
It really does. And then nylon material, they're rather heavy, so when the wind hits them, they don't flutter. There's a couple of different flags out there. Plus, on the winter months, the flag really takes a beating. What the military does, the military puts a smaller flag up in the wintertime, okay, and it's called a storm flag.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
And then there's the holiday flag, and then there's just a regular ensign that they put up, which is in between, remember?
Yeah, no, I just think we need flags.
Yeah, we need a
as much as
flag.
possible.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, part of this inquiry that Amy and I are posing to the board is that there is a broad scope, as the Vice Chairman has just indicated, on the types of flags, and then there's a cost factor as well. So we're looking for some guidance and recommendation from the board on the type of flag that we should be looking at purchasing, and then setting that threshold on a dollar amount that would be something that the board would agree to.
And if it's gonna be flown overnight, well, most of them should have a light on it, a spotlight on the flag. That's,
Well, past experience with when I was here before, we bought one of those heavy ones that you're right, it just doesn't hang right.
no,
We generally got the cloth ones don't last. That's
No.
why we used to buy the
And they
nylon
fade.
one. It lasts a year, and just every year we replace them with a new
I do it
one.
at my own house.
Yeah, I mean,
replace
it just,
once a year.
I mean, as far as, I'd be more than happy to donate the flag for the 9/11. I mean, the flags are on $100 and something. They're expensive. They are.
Oh, they are expensive, yeah.
But I mean, I think it's important that we have flags, and I know these days we're putting them up and taking them down, half-mast on a regular basis, but I just think that the town buildings need to have an American flag, and wherever we get the money from, like I said, I'd be more than happy to donate the one for the,
The 9/11 flag should probably be a 3x5 flag, or a 4x6.
Yeah, it goes
or
by the
4
pole height, more or less the
Yeah.
pole height. I don't know what we had down there before. But-
I
And the
think
one
we-
in the common's a big one, that was always
The last one we had, Bob, I donated the last one for them, so I think it was a 3x5,
if we got it in here, we can measure it and.
yeah.
I mean, I think the flag shop's still up there in New Hampshire, I'd be more than happy to go for them. They're not there anymore?
Closed down.
Or we can get one on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
That's been done in the past
You
too.
can actually get it in Ipswich also.
Can you?
Epping is.
Well, let me know a way to get one, Bob.
Well, you can also, I think Lowe's has them, 3x5 and 4x6.
Yeah,
A lot of
probably.
them, a lot of those places do.
Mr. Chairman, we do use Eppinger for, that's the vendor for the cemetery flags.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would suggest
We need some guidance from,
I would suggest we put it, in the budget into the Memorial Day expenses, and then every year on Memorial Day, we just plan on buying 3 flags. And then get a regular nylon flag, I mean, I have no idea what the cost is, but it's probably something, I think we should be less concerned at this point about what the price is. The price is gonna be the price, so.
Yes.
It's not a matter of going around, running around trying to get bids, because there aren't that many vendors, but I mean.
Not to exceed.
if we-
in the size for the town common, I need some, or the town hall, what size?
Why don't we check and see, why don't we measure up the two that are, they're both in the cabinet here now? Why don't we measure up both of them and get the same size flag, does that sound right, Bob, as far as you're concerned? Then the common one, if the common one gets tatted, we'll, replace that with the same size.
Good.
Maybe it's okay right now, but I just,
We should buy for the one down, the 9/11, we should probably put a solar light on that.
there's no
Only
way
like
on that
$30 or something like that. And we could hook that up and put it up in such a way that it can shine up on the flag. But it really should have a light on the flag,
Yeah.
if it's gonna fly 24 hours.
Motion
Give me the motion.
to get the flags?
Is it a problem, buying the one for the, I mean, I'm more than happy to donate the one for the 9/11. Because I don't know what budget you take that out of technically.
We take it out of Memorial Day, Veterans Day, so we should have a motion to accept the donation the donation for the flag for the September 11th memorial.
Okay.
And then a separate motion to authorize us to purchase the new flag. We're just looking for, we know there's flag protocol based on our experience here, and we're not sure what the protocol is for, I know in the winter, Mr. Snow has said we have to buy the weather,
We should buy a smaller flag
Oh.
in the.
a certain
winter time,
type of flag.
Because it
for-
just takes a beating.
Yep.
But it'll be tattered and torn within,
So we'll go forward and purchase that for town hall. And I know, thankfully to Mrs. Mary, Mr. Mary's wife, she's repaired the flag on the town common numerous times, and we do appreciate that. Kept that flag, on the town common in a respectable condition for a long time because of her work.
Motion to accept the donation.
I'll give you that motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to accept the donation. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to allow Debbie to get a flag for the town hall.
I give that motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to buy a flag for the town hall and to authorize Debbie Egan to do that. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
Okay. We have a 7:30 appointment. Number one, Edward Del Iacono, Senior of Atlantic Auto Solutions at 274 Newburyport Turnpike, to discuss the following: non-renewal of Class 2 dealer's license at 274 Newburyport Turnpike, request for a new 2018 Class 2 dealer's license at 264 Newburyport Turnpike. Number two, Gino Sortzis of Gino's Collision Center at 274 Newburyport Turnpike to discuss 2018 Class 2 dealer's license renewal and a request to increase the vehicle limit. Do you want me to go through the?
Mr. Chairman, I think you really have to, because there's several processes happening here regarding these two licenses, and then those the locations where the existing licenses are issued to, and then the new address that it's going to.
Okay,
And we have both gentlemen here, they're representing their respective business.
right. The Board of Selectmen has issued Class II licenses that expire on January 1st, 2018 as follows. 274 Newburyport Turnpike, Edward Dello Iacono Senior, doing business as Atlantic Auto Solutions, 7-car limit, approved November 20th, 2017. 274 Newburyport Turnpike, Gino Zortzis, doing business as Gino's Collision Center, Inc., 1-car limit, reduced from 8-car limit on November 20th, 2017. 264 Newburyport Turnpike, Louis James Falzone Jr., doing business as Allstate Auto Sales, 75-car limit. This business is no longer being operated, but the license holder has not returned the Class II license requested via a letter dated November 15th, 2017. Number one, Edward Dello Iacono Senior, doing business as Atlantic Auto Solutions, has applied for the license at 264 Newburyport Turnpike for a 60-car limit, down from the 75-car limit that Allstate Auto Sales currently has at this location. Application attached. We have a letter from Gino Zortzis, the owner of the property, confirming that Edward Dello Iacono Senior is leasing 264 Newburyport Turnpike. Mr. Dello Iacono would not be renewing his license at 274 Newburyport Turnpike. If approved, Mr. Dello Iacono will operate under his current license at 274 Newburyport Turnpike until January 1st, 2018, when the new license at 264 Newburyport Turnpike can be issued to him. Mr. Dello Iacono will need to amend his $25,000 used car dealer bond to reflect the new business location prior to the release of the new license. Number two, Gino Zortzis, doing business as Gino's Collision Center, Inc., would like the vehicle limit on his license at 274 Newburyport Turnpike to be increased back to the 8-car limit for his license renewal. His license for a 1-car limit will remain in effect until January 1st, 2018. Okay. You are Mr. Iacono?
Yes, I
And
am.
you're Gino. I know Gino. Okay. Yes, sir.
First of all, I'd like to apologize to the board because apparently I didn't make, when we made the license application initially, through conversation with Amy, I learned that I didn't make our intentions clear. You were gracious enough to grant me the license without charge for the rest of 2017.
Right.
Gino accommodated me. I was out of business. I had closed another location by allowing me to split his license. And again, the board was gracious enough to approve that. My original intent was to apply for the 264 license, which I did, and through conversation and dealings with Amy, it wasn't going to be done because of that existing license, that even though the former tenant had abandoned the property, abandoned the business, it was still out there. You guys couldn't do it. Okay? So that's what it originally was a stopgap measure so that I could legally service my customers. Okay? My apologies. And I think what's on the docket is very clear. We just wanted to go to that original plan, to occupy the 264 in that license.
Right.
The reduction is fine from the 75 to the 60, or it can stay, that doesn't matter, whatever best suits.
Okay, on the application now it says for the 60.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
Fine with that.
Okay. So we have to vote so you have the license that runs out January 1st.
Yes, sir.
And now you're here for the, to make the change for 2018.
Please.
Just a quick question. So you're gonna, we got 264, which is where Allstate, where Falzone was, all right?
Yes,
And then we have 274 that was split between Gino and you.
yes.
So 264 now is gonna be, who's going in there? Because currently that lot is vacant, right? I mean, there's nothing on there
That
whatsoever.
is correct. The office will be at the 264 location. His parking is gonna be on the 274, I wanna make that clear.
That's right, because in other words, those are your cars right now that are parked at 270, at the lot between Gino's,
Yes.
where the trucking company used to be.
Yes, right there, yeah. No, wait a minute, no, that's another company, that's D&D. This is gonna be directly across from my office.
Gonna be in front of your building?
Correct, yeah, like at the end of the parking lot.
Okay, is there enough
We're
room
gonna
there for
have the
that
list
many?
out, we're gonna have a little drawing of where the cars are gonna be parked.
D&D is still in
D-
business.
That is correct,
So D&D is a different business
That's a different
altogether.
business
Mr.
altogether.
Reyes, he's still in business, and we've already done the renewal.
Yeah, that's, he's in the back, he's behind
Yes.
Ed's office.
So that's not your property, that's a different, I'm just still confused. I see all these different parking lots out there.
Yeah, I know.
And they're changing, like, every time I go by, it seems like there's a different change.
I don't like
Not trying to
this.
give you a hard time, it's
No,
just
no, not at all.
try to get,
Reyes, there's 264 and 264 rear. Reyes Truck Center, who also holds a license, is in the rear,
oh, right, okay.
okay? So I'm gonna occupy the 264, offices are gonna be there.
You're gonna be in the front part of that.
The front or upstairs, right,
Reyes has got
In
the
the back.
back with the inspection thing for the trucks
Yeah.
and all that, okay.
yeah, with all his trucks.
All right, that's my confusion.
The inventory, as Gino mentioned, the storage display would be split. You know, we got that fence, Gino has that fence that
Right.
runs down the property.
Okay,
Part of that belongs to Mr. Bornstein at D&D Auto Sales. Part of it is part of my current lease, so would be splitting the inventory. Thankfully, we all get along well, with no signs of not getting along well.
so D&D is the one that has all those cars right next to your building?
Right in front of me, that is
Okay,
correct.
so there's no change there, that's staying.
No change there at all.
Okay. All right, I understand.
So you're looking for a license for 60 cars, and you want yours to go back to your 8.
The original, that's it, I don't want no more.
Yeah, I'll give you a motion to
Second.
approve both licenses.
Both licenses. Any further discussion?
No.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve both licenses. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those should be ready for,
Mr. Chairman, Amy will prepare them
Yes,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
And get them ready for the gentleman to pick up this week, later this week.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. When you fellas were talking about the flag, I wanted to wait until my business was heard, but Atlantic Auto Solutions would be happy to donate for the flag, either the 9/11 flag or the other flag, as long as we're in business.
I'll do the same thing.
We'd like to take care of that for the town. I'm from a military family, and it was nice to hear that discussion, that there was no question. And Mr. Peterson offering to donate from himself, my company would be happy to take care of that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
My
it.
pleasure.
Okay, why don't we work out the details and then we'll get back to you
Yep.
on how we'll work it out.
Absolutely.
Great, thank you very much. That's
Thank you.
very
We'll
nice.
do it as well, we'll do it together.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
Very nice.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Good night, Don.
Okay, we have taken care of old business, new business. Now I have to catch up with my... And we have license renewals. The renewal for the Raleigh Veterans Association has been submitted and is ready to be approved tonight. The RVA application for a change in manager and a change in beneficial ownership is still pending at the ABCC. Ryan Melville, licensing supervisor, at the ABCC confirmed that this license can still be renewed while the application is pending at the ABCC, as long as the renewal is signed by Stephen Morris, the sole approved officer/director. Stephen Morris, as well as acting manager Michelle Moon, have both signed the renewal forms. All taxes, light, and water bills have been paid. If approved, please sign the attached license.
Give you the motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve. Any discussion? Motion has been made and seconded to approve the license for the RVA. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have minutes from the December 4th, 2017 meeting and the executive session for December 4th, 2017 executive session. We will be discussing those next.
I'll give you the motion to approve the
Second.
regular one. You need them both together or separate?
Separate.
I'll give you them for December 4th, regular session.
Regular? Yep. Motion has been made and seconded to approve the minutes for the December 4th regular meeting of the Board of Selectmen. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Give you a motion for the executive session.
Motion has been made
Second.
and seconded to approve the minutes for the executive session. All those in favor say aye.
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 Announcements. Town offices will be closed on Christmas Day, Monday, December 25th, 2017, and on New Year's Day, Monday, January 1st, 2018. Information on the Pine Grove School project is available on the town's website at www.townofraleigh.net. The town has the following vacancies: Open Space Committee, 1 seat; Fence Viewer, 3 positions; Wood, Lumber, and Bark Inspector; Zoning Board of Appeals Associate, 3 seats; Parks and Recreation Committee, 1 seat; and Deputy Shellfish Constables, 2 positions. For more information on these positions, please contact the Selectmen's Office at 948-2372. The Raleigh Food Pantry is in need of donations. Donations can be left at the Raleigh Public Library. The food pantry is open on Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and on Thursdays from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you and happy holidays.